Greetings everyone. On this episode of Wrench with Matt, I'm going to install front splash guards from ARK splash guards on my 2025 Tacoma. The stock splash guards that they have in the Fenderwell here, they don't cover much of this area around the suspension itself. So salt, road grime, mud, dirt, and stuff will splash up into the engine bay, up on the firewall. So ARK makes a really nice kit that helps to enclose this area and keep that gunk out of the engine where you don't want it to be. One thing I have to start with is the instructions that ARK provides are just phenomenal. They've got detailed pictures, diagrams. Every single fastener is circled in a unique color so you know exactly what goes where. They describe how to remove the factory splash guards that are there that are really insufficient. The instructions are awesome. I've never seen instructions this thorough. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this and getting these installed. To start, we'll remove the factory splash guards that don't really provide a whole lot of protection, and then install the ARK ones in their place. One really nice thing that they've done also with this, these are the two pieces for the driver's side. If we separate these, you can see where the two pieces come together. They're marked with a D for drivers, and the passenger is marked with a P, so it's really easy to figure out which side is which. Now this is where the two actually connect. They kind of sit in there like so. And you have a choice with this connector here. They provide an Allen bolt and washer that can go in here, or you can use a plastic body rivet or plastic rivet body panel holder. I'm going to go with the latter because here in upstate New York we have tons of road salt and steel likes to rust. So I will stick with just a plastic rivet to hold this together. All right, get started. We'll remove the factory liners that are in here. I'm going to grab the camera so you can kind of see what we're working with here. All right, so there's this piece here. It's kind of a rubbery piece. You can see there's a clip down there, clips up along here. This clip and this clip will need to be removed because they'll help hold the new fender liner in place, because it'll actually come across through this area here. And then this one, again, just a rubbery piece, we'll pull this off. So these two pieces here are really all the factory provides for protection, leaving all of this area around the suspension open. And that's what we want to address with these fender liners from ARK. It's going to be hard to mount the camera somewhere, so I'll probably end up editing a lot of this out. Tools needed. Body clip puller. I also have a drill with a 1/4-inch drill bit on it. Sometimes where the factory holes aren't exactly where the holes in the liners are, and you might need to make some adjustments thereof. I also have a screwdriver, big flathead screwdriver, because it looks like some of these body clips, they have a slot in them, so it looks like they might actually unscrew. I don't know, I'll find out once I get into it. And worst case scenario, I can always pry the tar out of it with this to get things loose. They actually specify right in the instructions how many parts of each item are needed for each side. So this is the driver's side. I've actually got a little plastic container with all these parts in it. Then this is the passenger side. I have a second plastic container with those parts in it. And then they have some extra plastic rivets or plastic body clips, which I have set aside in the original bag that everything came in. And that is what I will likely use to connect the two Fenderwell liners together in order to hold them together, rather than the nut and washer, or bolt and washer that came with it. Again, rust being a concern there. So let's see if we can't get these factory liners removed. Okay, I can turn it with a screwdriver. It does nothing. So we'll set the screwdriver aside and pull this with the body clip puller. ARK provides all new mounting hardware. So if you damage any of the factory components you're pulling out, no biggie. I'm going to try the method I tried with the rear fender liners and just pull really hard. Hey, that worked. All right, So no tool needed, just pull. That worked really well. Perfect. Here is the rear portion of the fender liner. I can actually see into my engine and transmission at this point. Let's get the one up front. Yeah, those just pull right out. Very easy to remove. Piece of cake. This piece goes in first, and I am dropping the instructions everywhere. Glad I grabbed the instructions. I still need to remove those two clips from the upper portion of the fender well. That's where these two holes end up going. So I'm glad I looked. Now that I will need the body clip panel for. These have a center pin in them with a head. I believe I need to pull the head up in order to remove the body clip. That one popped up. Perfect. And pulled out. I'm going to save these clips off to the side just in case I need them later. Same thing with this one. Oh yeah, that popped up nice and easily. There we go. Up and out. Perfect. Okay. Factory fasteners and liners removed. One other thing I want to point out with these is ARK has prescribed some grooves in the new fender liners so that you can bend on those points to get a better fit. All right, I'm going to take a quick look at the instructions just to make sure I am literally on the right page. This is my container of fasteners here. There are only two 7.5 millimeter tree style rivets here, tree style body clips, and I have those in hand. I actually need to show you this. Let me get the camera. So we're going to get up in here. And this has got a very nice opening here to go around the control arm. This goes up and over. Up and over. And that settles in a little further back there. Kind of hard to do this one-handed, but I want you to see how this kind of sits in here, sits over the suspension, right around the control arm. Big slot to give the control arm plenty of movement. And this will help keep a lot of dust, debris, dirt, mud, slush, snow from blowing up into the engine bay and on the firewall. Set you guys back up over here, and I'll get this clipped in place. This is stuck on something. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. Nope, it won't fit in front. It has to go behind. Okay, perfect. I got it in there. All right, so here's one clip going in. Beautiful. That second one goes there, right here. Perfect. Every single one of these holes lines up perfectly. All right, so now we've got these three blue ones. That's the 8 millimeter rivet. I know there's 8s and 8.5 and 8.5 in here, so I need to separate those out. Right, there's only one 8.5. So I just need to move that 8.5 to the side. All right, I need 1, 2, 3 8 millimeter rivets. And that goes in these 1, 2, 3 holes. So one. Good. Oh, those grab tight. Nice. This isn't going anywhere. This one is right at the edge of the hole, so I just need to push on that just a bit. There we go. Nice. And then this one goes here. All right, I'll show you real quick. Get you up in here. So this is the new Fenderwell liner, the front portion of it. Got these 3 8 millimeter body clips here. These two 7 millimeter tree style. Then there's a hole there. That is where the front and back will connect together. Now we'll put the back one in place. I've got the instructions right here next to me. Make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. I am just going to put all 4 7.5 or 8s in my hand. then I know what's left is that 8.5. And they say to do this one last. So they want you to clip it to the body first. And it looks like you can bend it along here to get it to fit a little better. So I believe that bends this way. All right, I've bent that some. I will figure it out as I get it in there. Does this tuck in behind anything? Yeah, I need to tuck it in behind the Fenderwell liner on the right-hand side. I had to do the same thing on the left. The guard actually went behind the felt Fenderwell liner, so I need to do the same thing on the right or rear of the vehicle here. So there's actually a clip here for the felt Fenderwell liner that sits right about here behind. These two will sit over that hole, and then this goes under the felt Fenderwell liner, so we need to tuck this in. This is flat. And that would be FedEx driving by. Okay, it doesn't tuck in very far underneath that, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna start clipping this in place. I'm gonna start with this top one, top right-handmost one. There we go, because that seems to help hold that in place like it should. Oh, I need to get this over this shock tower. Hung up on that one nut. Oops, excuse me. There we go. Oh yeah, that'll work. Nice. That needs to go up a little more. All right, 7.5 millimeter goes here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, or sorry, 8 millimeter goes here, 8.5 millimeter goes right here. That's in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, right, I gotta do the bottom. I made a mistake. I gotta go behind this bracket down here. Might need to pull a clip or two. Yeah, I need to pull a clip. Silly me. The instructions are very well written. I just merely forgot to read that far ahead. That's on me. Let's get the whole clip out, please. Thank you. Clip the whole clip and nothing but the clip. That's the big one. I'm gonna set that aside up here so I know that's the 8 millimeter versus the 7 millimeter one. We are now behind the bracket. Alright, I think I got it. I'm actually going to start with that bottom clip. That one's going to be the hardest. If I can get that in, everything else will simply fall in place. And this is where they also recommend you have a utility knife. You might need to trim a little bit off from here to get this to fit. But I'm going to try and get it without trimming it for a moment. See if I can do that. Nope. All right. I will need to trim. Not a problem. All right. I have a utility knife. I'm going to see if I can trim it in place. Worst case scenario, I have to take it out and trim it. It's just this one little spot right here. So I need to trim it. Well, that's funny. I actually cracked it from pushing it against that bracket. Just this one spot right here. All right, that might be enough. Just cut this little bit out right there, just to help it fit around the bracket that sits right here. If this clip goes in, and it looks like it will, we are in business. There it is. It's in. 1, 2, 3, 4 8 millimeter clips. One 8.5 millimeter clip. All right, so we've got 2 8 millimeter clips in. 3, 4. Now I just need to latch the two together right up here. I'm going to my extra parts. We have some extra 8 millimeter clips. I believe this will fit in this hole. I'm actually turning it to like tighten it down because it just doesn't want to bottom out just yet. I know it's threaded in there. There it goes. Okay, it's all the way in. No, it's not. I'm supposed to remove that the threaded portion in order to do this. I have now broken the clip. Yes, I broke the clip. All right, I've got another idea. How big are you? This might work. This is one of the factory connectors. That works. I'm good to go. Yeah, factory connector goes right in. Or not. Thought it did. It felt like it did. I'm going back to the nut and bolt. Or the bolt and washer, excuse me. You know what I meant. Hey, this is working great. It's hand tight for the moment. I will need to snug that down. Now that I've got them installed, let me show you what we've got. All right, I went for the red logo because it matches my red truck. You can see this goes up and around and closes the suspension much more. Keeps a lot of that road spray, gunk, and stuff from going up in the engine bay. There's still a few little holes there, but definitely helps. Over here, right on the other side of this, this is where my transmission is. So it helps keep gunk off from that too. I like the fit, I like the looks. Time to do the driver's side. Okay, time to do the same thing on the driver's side. Let me just show you around in here real quick. We've got this factory rubber liner here, this factory rubber liner here. I'll remove both of those, and the new ones will enclose all of this space up here that's wide open. Good stuff. I've been very impressed with the quality of the materials. The instructions have been fantastic. And again, for the factory liners, I'll do the same thing I did on the driver's side, and it's just pull. Now, I don't know where that clip went, but it hit me in the face. One removed. Two removed. Yeah, the yank method definitely works really well for those. Oh, I see the clips. They're in pieces on the ground in front of me. Okay, this one goes in first. I'm gonna get the instructions in front of me and make sure I'm doing it right. There's only one page of instructions for the passenger side, because by that point they figure you know what you're doing. The wind is not working in my favor here. Come on. There we go. So as long as this page is up, I can see what I need to do. On the passenger side, there's a tab here, and I'm certain that's not facing the right direction. This tab goes into a slot right up over here. I need to pull a few more clips in order to be ready on this side. So I've got these two clips up here I need to pull. I think that's it. Just looking over the instructions real quick. I got 3 8mm rivets, 2 7.5 tree style clips or rivets for the front piece. So let me pull these. One factory clip removed. Second factory clip removed. And dropped on the ground, no big deal. All right, let's get this front piece in position. Now on the other side, this part sits in just around the front of the shock mount. And I had to leave it out so I could get everything lined up and then push it and kind of let it snap into place afterwards. We'll see what happens on this side here. Just need to look and see. These two clips go here. That goes right in here. All right, this shouldn't be a big deal. Easy for me to say, right? See where the clips down below go. Everything seems to make sense as far as where it goes. Put in bottom side first. Get that tab in behind factory felt fender liner. Perfect. All right, getting this up and over the shock mount was a little challenge on the driver's side, but now that I know what to expect, not that big a deal here. Just push you in a little further. This one is good. Perfect. Oh, there we go. It goes behind this frame rail thing here. Oh, beautiful. 2 7.5 tree style. I'm setting the 8.5 aside here. So these two up top ones are these 7.5. This is what it means by a tree style clip. They just go in, they've got a bunch of ribs on the edges to grab on. So we'll start at the top. And I'm not pushing it until it bottoms out just yet. I just want it to catch, so I have a little bit of leeway. I'll push them down in just a little bit. All right, then we've got all these 8mm connectors. I've got 1, 2, 3 of these to install. Bottom front one first. I'm not even going to push that in because this top one here is a little off. Oh, that would be the rest of the clip I broke off earlier. Okay, now I'll push that one in. That one gets pushed in the rest of the way. All the rest of these are just falling right in line. I'm actually going to take my clip puller and use this to push that the rest of the way in. Excellent. Now for the back one. I know this tucks in behind. Again, I'm going to bend this just a little bit, help it fit a little better. This does not need much of a bend. That should be sufficient. I've got just a little bit of a bend on it. This also has a bracket it goes behind. I will show you that real quick. So as you get up in here, there's a bracket right here. So that fender liner comes down, rests right in here behind this bracket. This bracket, I'm sorry, it clips here. So this bracket sits right behind. Now this one's shaped a little different on the passenger side, so I might not need to trim it. So it should just fit behind here and in front of here, so I can clip it into that hole. This is looking good. I don't think I need to trim this side. 8.5mm clip is in. Now a bunch of 7.5s. And yeah, I'm going to give up and just use the bolt at the top. This bottom one does not line up. So let me pull this out. There we go. And there is another crease right here. So I need to pull out on this crease. This will sit in here properly. That's the bolt. I keep grabbing the bolt. Pull. Push. Got it. Beautiful. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 7.5mm clips. Sorry, 5 of the 8mm rivets. And 3 up front. Okay, they say you need 9. You actually only need 8. That's why I have an extra. Okay, I don't feel so bad now. Now I'll put this threaded bolt in as I'm throwing stuff everywhere. And this will pull the two sides together. Grabbed a socket with an extension. I'll tighten this down pretty much as tight as I can get it by hand. I don't want to overdo it. I want to strip it out. This is a 4mm Allen or 5/32 Allen, and that is tight. All right, they are installed. Let me show you real quick. So we got the front piece that sits here, comes up and over the top. Rear piece sits here, right down below, right up through here. They meet up over the shock tower. This is great. I love this design. This is going to help keep a lot of dirt and debris out of my engine bay where it shouldn't be in the first place. And I don't know, the red accent goes in my truck really nicely. Overall, great product, great instructions. Highly recommend this. 5 out of 5. I'll have a link in the description. It's not an affiliate link. They are not, a sponsor. I did not get these for free. I paid for these out of my own pocket because I believe this is the best thing you can do for the front of your 4th generation Tacoma. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.